Edward writes, I'm one of your fans from Taiwan. I love the show.
There you go, Dennis.
My question is, what if George Lucas was not the one who changed the cinematic industry? If the first Star Wars movie didn't come out in 1977, but instead came out last year, would Star Wars still be as popular as it is now?
Well, I'm glad that people from Taiwan are watching because that's where my parents are from, and I'm going to be visiting there soon.
And Wendy's too.
In terms of his question, no, it wouldn't be as popular as it is that now. It would be popular. People would love it. It would come out. People would still love it. There'd be a huge following for it, but it wouldn't be kind of this cultural phenomenon that it is now. However, I guess the one question, though, is would the movie industry be the way it is without Star Wars? So if you take Star Wars out of the equation, it's like, I don't think we would have what we have now. So it's kind of tough to answer. No, it wouldn't be as big, but it never would be like it is now without it. So, Christian?
It's like Marty McFly never going back to save himself. Like if he wouldn't exist, right. And this industry would not exist the way it is right now. It'd be a totally. You remember when in 1977 when those movies were made? Besides everything that was so revolutionary about them, the tone of movies at the time was all depressing. Chinatown and all these like kind of. Not that that wouldn't have changed eventually, but remember what ILM has done. Remember what all these effects have done. Pixar came out of Star Wars. I mean, so what we have today, it all came out of Star Wars. Like all the filmmakers that you ask a lot of filmmakers, what are the movies that inspired you? First choice of them, a lot is Star Wars. Star Wars changed my life. Star Wars made me realize what movies are. It would be a totally different industry if it came out today. Who knows? Because who knows what would have happened? You know, it's like sliding doors. Who the hell knows what would have happened from that time period from '77 up until now to where they were waiting for a Star Wars and then finally Star Wars came again. Who knows?
I also think what it did, and you know, I guess because we're so inundated with a lot of different things. If there was a movie to come out now called Star Wars, you'd be like, oh, it's taken off of Star Trek, or maybe we would just be a little more skeptical of the whole situation. What I think it did so well. Like you said, Christian, the 70s, if you guys watch Fargo right now on TV, it takes place in 1979. And there's so much going on in the United States that's negative. And there's so many, like, just bad things going on, or right after Vietnam. And we're, you know, it's just a weird time to be in the United States. And we created, or George Lucas created this world that not only seemed plausible, but it was such a cool distant reality that everybody was like, this seems like a really cool thing to aspire to, even if it's not possible, some sort of bright light at the end of the tunnel. Not only did it do that, but it gave us the thought of trilogies, right? It gave us these epic trilogies, because when Empire Strikes Back ends, it's not a full movie for the most part. You're waiting. Like, it ends cliffhanger-wise. I mean, you're waiting for that third movie. There's a lot of times now where a lot of these trilogies keep you on those cliffhangers, like Lord of the Rings. You're waiting for Return of the King. That's a beautiful thing what they did. 3 movies all encapsulated in one giant epic movie. It's pretty awesome.
And what year did Jaws come out?
75.
75. So I feel like with Jaws and Star Wars, that was kind of like the 1-2 punch that captivated like the whole summer.
Man.
The blockbuster summer movie season. And then like you said, with the trilogy, it's like franchises and sequels and all that stuff. All that stuff was not something that people were doing, but then they saw the success of Star Wars, and then now look, everything's almost a franchise or a sequel or trilogy or 4 movies, 5. What is it? Transformers. We're gonna get like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or whatever. Fast and the Furious, where we're gonna get 10, 11, 12, all those things.
Right.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, click here to watch the entire episode. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel because it'll help you stay up to date with all the stuff we've got going on here.